You're watching First Alert 7 News at 9 on the CW and live on YouTube with Lauren Munt and weather with Tom Tiefertiller.
Only we know what we go through. Not everybody does, but we know. And so we're there for each other.
Today, the Odessa Veterans of Foreign Wars hosted a stand down to connect local veterans to a wide range of resources. We have a closer look at the event coming up in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us for First Alert 7 News on the CW, and thanks to those of you joining us live on our YouTube. I'm Laura Munt, and we start tonight tracking crime. A boy was killed in a hit and run this morning in Andrews. Andrews police say that they were called to an auto pedestrian accident just after 6 a.m. The boy was taken to the hospital, but he died from his injuries. An investigation revealed that the boy was struck at 5:59 a.m. by a Dodge Ram gang truck initially and was hit a second time by a vehicle behind the truck. Police are asking for the public's help in this investigation, and they're looking for the second driver to come forward or for video and witnesses in the area of South Main Street and Avenue E. Anyone with information is encouraged to call Andrews Police or message their Facebook page. And TxDOT is warning drivers to be aware of some new lane closures that are affecting Midland County. The northbound left turn lane of Farm to Market FM 1788 to go westbound on State Highway 191 Service Road is closed, and the southbound left turn lane of Farm to Market 1788 to go eastbound on State Highway 191 is also closed. The due turn lanes will remain closed for the next 3 to 4 weeks, and TxDOT is advising drivers seek alternate routes during this time. Some election news for you. There are 2 new candidates on the ballot for the City of Midland Council at-Large seat. Yesterday, John Burkholder filed, and today, Rance C. Norton put his name in. As a reminder, the last day a person can file is Monday, August 19th. Today, local veterans were given better access to essential services and connected to organizations that have helped change lives. This is all thanks to VFW Post 4372's second annual Stand Down, a community event designed to support homeless or at-risk veterans through free food, haircuts, clothing, and personal hygiene items. But most importantly, the Stand Down connects veterans to a wide range of resources.
Whether it be medical, health, mental, just filing for claim, finding a job, finding a place to live, or just finding somebody to talk to. And to me, that's the number one step, is finding that person to talk to. Everything else will fall in line.
Even though today's stand down is over, the VFW is always supporting veterans and non-veterans.
We just want to build a community. We just want everybody to come together. We don't want anybody to be, feel like they're outcasted for whatever reason. If you feel like you're alone, if you don't have kids, you don't have family, because a lot of people, they don't have friends or family or anybody really. We want you to join us. We want you to come and talk to us.
The VFW's next event is a car show happening this Sunday starting at 10 a.m. Vendors and food trucks will be on site, and it might be good weather for that. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller. Tom?
Yes, it is going to be good weather, just a little on the hot side. This evening, though, we are dealing with a few scattered showers and thunder showers. Now, nothing really doing across the Midland-Odessa area. Unfortunately, that's stayed out of our forecast for tonight. We are seeing things move to the east of Andrews, over across portions of Martin County now, northeastern Andrews County up towards Patricia, and over towards Lamesa, and moving off to the east to southeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. But everything's kind of on a downward trend right now, and we're seeing things clear out of Andrews after seeing a thunderstorm a little bit earlier. Rainfall amounts have been relatively light, 2 100s in Wink, just trace amounts in the Fort Stockton area from the showers and thunder showers a little bit earlier. Before all of that, though, we saw temperatures get into triple-digit territory for many locations, and that's really going to be the trend as current temperatures, again, are trying to cool off there, where we have seen some rain and seen some of the lightning flicker there. It's 80 in Andrews, so things cooled off a little bit there, and down to 77 in Alpine. And taking a look at those humidity levels coming back up, so that's going to make for a very mild to warm overnight with temperatures only into the upper 70s.
Thank you, Tom. Some education news for you now. As part of the 2023 school bond, Greenwood ISD is building a new multi-purpose facility starting this month. It'll be used by the band, cheer teams, and athletic departments. The new multi-purpose facility is mainly an indoor turf room, but will also have a training room, batting cages, and more. The new multi-purpose facility will also keep students on campus when they practice. With the school district continuing to grow and the heat continuing to rise, the Greenwood ISD superintendent thought it was time that they have a new facility.
It's so hot these days, and so just being able to get them out of the sun will be a great health benefit, and so we want to try to use it for as many kids as we can. And at the same time, it's pretty cool to have an indoor workout facility. I think the kids will really enjoy it.
Greenwood ISD is planning to have a groundbreaking ceremony for the facility in the upcoming weeks. And take a look at this. Odessa 7th grader Olivia Adams competed as a finalist for a national cook-off with K-12 enrichment. It's a program that encourages students to take their creativity and talent to higher levels through various online contests. For the first round of the cook-off, Adams and all the other budding chefs created a dish that met the following criteria: an ingredient that starts with the letter C, a green ingredient, a source of protein, an ingredient from the freezer, and at least 3 spices that are not salt or pepper.
I decided to enter because cooking has always been in my family, and it's something I've always enjoyed when I was very younger and as I was growing up.
Adams created a French cut lamb with poblano, a dish that took her all the way to Virginia for the finals, where she had an hour to create an entree dish and 30 minutes for dessert. For that final round, she made beef tenderloin with vegetables and a fruit mix for her dessert. That creation got her 4th place overall. Turning now to a story that might strike a chord with you. UTBB music education student Mariah Gomez is in process of building her very own classical guitar that she plans to play at her own recital. Take a look. Gomez started this process in May and will finish it in November, which is a bit of a risky task because Gomez says she's never worked with wood or even held a chisel before this project. In addition to building her own guitar, Gomez also co-founded Sound and Space Studios, a local music lesson studio here in Odessa. Let's talk some local sports now, where the Andrews Mustangs will be making some modifications and additions to their slot offense in 2024. Let's check in with head coach Tom Harvey and see how his team looks to capitalize off of last season.
It really flowed together at the end. Our team really connected with each other. We started trusting each other more. The coaches started trusting us, and we just really came into with a bond with each other. So that's why we were able to be so effective against other teams.
If Andrews wants to make it deeper into playoffs in 2024, it begins with running back Jayshawn Dubose, who had the second-best single-season record in rushing in 2023 with 2,236 yards.
He's such a hard worker, and he loves football, and he loves to compete, and he does a good job, leading the team. He's not a real loud person. He's kind of shy, actually. But his actions speak volumes because he got all that notoriety last year, and he comes out here and he works as hard as anybody. He doesn't ask for any days off.
The Mustangs returned 9 starters on offense, Cade Adams being one of them. As he moves from receiver to quarterback, he has a good idea on how to manage the slot T and take some of the workload off of Jayshawn.
I feel like I'm going to be able to throw the ball a little bit better this year, so that way they can't just get in the box and just stop the run all the time. We can air it out a little bit.
Cole Iverson and Leroy Milan will be targets that Adams can throw to, with Evan Bustamante and Max Pierce on the offensive line. The defense will be led by linebackers Sammy Saldivar and Dalen Jeffcoats, who enters his senior season with a lot of confidence.
I feel like we're more dominant. We know we look better just all around in general. We have a lot of returning starters, so we have that bond together, I would say. It makes it a lot easier to do things.
Alan Chavis and Raider Harvey will take over the secondary with a quick and speedy defensive line in front.
Andrew Martinez and Caden Mendoza, and we're pretty talented there. And again, we're trying to find fast, athletic kids everywhere we are. We think we're right in the mix. We like where we are right now.
And mark your calendar, because Governor Greg Abbott announced the next 2024 Governor's Small Business Summit to that'll be held in Odessa on Thursday, August 22nd. The Governor's Small Business Summit aims to help Texas small business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs succeed by connecting them with the resources and the information needed to start, strengthen, and grow a business. Governor Abbott said in a statement, quote, "With over 3 million small businesses employing nearly half of the Texas workforce, Texas remains a top state for small business job growth. Texas offers opportunities and partnership for businesses of all sizes to grow and succeed," end quote. The event will be held again Thursday, August 22nd at the venue at Latana Inkers from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And another event to look out for, the second annual Pulling for a Pause Clay Shoot is happening August 30th at Jake's Clay in Midland. This fundraiser helps the Odessa Family YMCA provide financial assistance for Y memberships, learning centers, and sports programs. For more details on the event, you can visit our website, firstalert7.com. And now, some of you might think it's a little too early to start thinking about the holiday season, but the city of Midland might just disagree. Today, the city announced that a brand new holiday lighting program is coming to the Tall City, and they're asking for your help to name it. The program will run from Thanksgiving to the New Year and will light up Centennial Park and the Busch Convention Center. To vote on the new program name, you can head to this story up on our website. Again, that's firstalert7.com. Coming up, the Texas School District is being sued, and so is an employee of the state election office. Both of those stories are next as we look at the news across Texas. Tuesday, the Harris County District Attorney and the Texas Rangers announced criminal charges against a clerk who worked in the Harris Elections Administration's office. Now, those charges aren't related to election fraud. And as Daniela Hurtado reports, the man is accused of falsifying time cards because authorities say he was working 2 full-time jobs at once.
It boils down to incompetence and greed.
Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg alluding to failures by one person she says impacted election operations. But the person charged isn't facing crimes of tampering with the elections. Instead, he's accused of falsifying his timesheets.
This investigation has revealed no evidence that anyone intentionally acted in any way to suppress voter turnout, or to close certain voting locations based on known voting tendencies, nor did anyone take any action that we found with an intent to sway an election.
It took nearly 2 years to get here. An audit by the Secretary of State on the November 2022 elections and a criminal investigation to get to the bottom on if a crime was committed.
He was in charge of allocating. Distribution was simply secondary. And those employees, there's no evidence to indicate that they did anything other than take what was allocated.
The DA is referring to Daryl Blackburn, a now former county data analyst they say was working 2 jobs and racking up thousands of dollars while reportedly not fulfilling his full duties as a county employee. Blackburn is accused of miscalculating paper needed at each polling site for the election. However, that's not a crime. Blackburn's attorney says the DA is playing politics and looks forward to defending his client's innocence.
Blackburn will face charges of theft and 5 counts of tampering with government documents. In other state news, a federal lawsuit filed Friday accuses Amarillo ISD of violating a 14-year-old boy's civil rights by not accommodating for his epilepsy. Court papers say that the boy died 2 years ago of a seizure while warming up on the Amarillo High School track that nobody gave him the rescue medication called for in his emergency action plan. The documents say the seizures lasted 17 minutes, and the suit asks for unspecified payments for violations of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Well, it has been an active day of scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Doesn't look like too much more, though, in the forecast. We'll take a look at that and the heat up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, as we take at your First Alert 7 radar and satellite view, we are seeing that most of the scattered showers, thunder showers winding down, except for a little cluster up here across the northern Permian Basin that continues to move off to the east. We'll see if it makes it towards Big Spring. Right now, it looks like it's going to stay off to the north of Midland, and we're going to see that wind down probably after about 11 o'clock to midnight now that the sun has set. Current temperatures out there, as we're seeing a good lightning show out of all that from our live ICAM in Andrews right now. We're seeing those temperatures again into the lower 90s. It cooled off a little bit with trace rainfall amounts around Andrews at 80 degrees. And the mountain areas have been cooler all day because of the scattered showers and thunder showers. That's what I'm trying to say. But again, an impressive lightning show off to the north and northeast of Midland and Odessa from those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, everything's being kicked off by this little disturbance moving up and over the ridge of high pressure. It's shifted off to the east. That's going to come back to the west. And as it does, it's going to dry things out. So say goodbye to the isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, and hello to triple-digit heat. That's going to last for a while. Now, most of the scattered showers, thunder showers, not only here across portions of the mountain areas of Texas, but also across the South Plains, northern Permian Basin, and up towards the Texas Panhandle, as we had some pretty intense daytime heating into triple-digit territory in Amarillo and out at the Midland National Air and Spaceport, also 100 in Presidio, and triple digits, Dallas-Fort Worth down towards the San Antonio area. So wickedly hot. At least we don't have to deal with the humidity like the Texas Gulf Coast, where they're seeing heat index values, or what it feels like, into around 110 plus in the afternoon hours. We're just going to see some leftover clouds overnight tonight from the showers and thunder showers. There's going to be a weak little frontal boundary try to come down tomorrow. It's not going to have do too much anything to our temperatures, but it will kick off an isolated shower, thunder shower in the forecast tomorrow afternoon. So for the rest of tonight, we are going to see those temperatures stay warm into the upper 70s, and then triple digits on the way for tomorrow. And your First Alert 7 10-day forecast is showing hot conditions, triple digits on the way all the way through the weekend and continuing into next week with rain chances probably near zero.
Up next here at 9, a new government report shows inflation continues to ease slowly. We have the details coming up. We're keeping an eye on your money now, where a new government report shows inflation continues to ease slowly. CBS News business and tech correspondent Jolene Kent has a look inside the numbers and what it means for consumers.
the latest inflation numbers come with some good news. Prices at the grocery store rose just 1.1% annually in July. Gas is down 41 cents a gallon compared to last year, and many back-to-school items are less expensive, including kids' clothing. That's good news for Michelle Modelis, who is outfitting her grandkids for the new school year.
Well, of course, I like to always find if we can find something on sale or find something that is going to be a good value for the price.
The Consumer Price Index shows overall inflation is up 2.9%, the lowest increase since 2021. But some key prices are still rising rapidly. Car insurance is up more than 18% year over year, and rent increased 5.1%.
Housing represents the biggest expense for most households. About a third of the overall Consumer Price Index is housing. So that's more than any other category.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says even though prices are moderating, years of high inflation are weighing on consumers.
If we were in a normal period of inflation, prices would be up probably 10% over the last 4 or 5 years. In this current economy, prices are about 20% higher than they were before COVID.
The Federal Reserve has been keeping interest rates high to bring inflation down. Now economists expect the Fed to cut rates next month. The big question is by how much? Jolene Kent, CBS News, Los Angeles.
All right, Tom, before we go, take a look at this. The Northern Lights lit up the night skies over Scotland on Monday. This time-lapse footage showed the aurora dancing over homes in the central Scottish town of Bridge of Allen. That's near Stirling. And the lights also happened to come at the peak of the Perseid meteor shower, in which dozens of shooting stars can be seen in the pre-dawn hours. And I think some of those showers were seen over here in West Texas.
Yeah, you had two things going on. In fact, the Northern Lights made it as far south as the Texas Panhandle.
Wow.
Oddly enough, no reports around here because I know somebody would send in some pictures of that. But you had two things going on. The Northern Lights illuminated and also the Perseid meteor shower with up to 100 meteors per hour.
Wow, I missed it. It happened.
Yeah, the peak happened Sunday night.
Yeah, I missed it. It was the middle of the night too. It just wasn't quite. I was asleep. It was past my bedtime. I was not staying up.
I probably was too. Well, in the weather front, we are going to be looking at a lot of heat in our forecast. Clear skies for anything astronomical here over the next few days, but those afternoons are just going to be sunny and hot, hot, hot.
It's too hot. I'm ready for fall. Let's skip ahead to Christmas like the city of Midland's doing. Thanks for watching CBS7 First Alert 7 News at 9 on the CW. We've got more news coming up tonight.